Emisión.net.
Hello again and welcome to Letter from England, broadcasting for AC Press and the Spanish Evangelical Alliance. The Evangelical Alliance has been very critical of a report produced by a so-called panel of experts which recommends abortion. It's issued a statement strongly critical of the report, which the committee that has produced it was asked to give their conclusions to the government prior to the reform of the Abortion Act. Now, the Alliance said it was not going to repeat its position on abortion in this latest statement, nor the alternatives which may be considered. Rather, it said it wished to comment on certain aspects of the report and upon the mechanism by which the draft of the proposed new law has been prepared. The statement says once again it shows the lack of a culture of democratic consensus. And the statement goes on to say that this was especially worrying given that we are facing a major ethical issue which divides opinion and causes confrontation in Spanish society. The Alliance believes this is true not just of abortion but of political debate in general. It laments the lack of dialogue and the adoption of entrenched and conflictive positions on issues, which, it says, turns democracy into democratic totalitarianism. The Alliance also regrets the fact that the report, quote, promotes abortion as the only solution for an unwanted pregnancy under consideration. Well, this solution has the highest risk for the woman, it kills the unborn child, and it leaves society to pick up the pieces. Instead, says the statement, of supporting the pregnant woman and searching for other solutions which ought to be the progressive ideal, whatever the political or ideological position. The Alliance does welcome the commitment to informing women of the risks associated with abortion, but fears this is merely to cover the legal aspect, and asks that such information be given by qualified people who are independent of the hospitals or health centres where the abortion is offered. But the Evangelical Alliance reserves its harshest criticism for the committee's recommendation to let girls have abortions. The idea of allowing minors from the age of 16 to have an abortion without the consent of their parents seems particularly serious, and we utterly reject it. The Alliance points out that at that age, they're not illegally entitled to vote, nor illegally of age, and yet, says the statement, one of the most difficult and complex decisions of their lives is to fall on them. What's more, without telling their parents. We think it's illogical, and that it questions the role of parents as educators of their children. It goes against common sense, against the youngsters themselves, and against family structures. Well, of course, those last comments are unlikely to cut much ice with the government, which is promoting so-called alternative family structures, and would, of course, flee from any, as they would see it, moral strictures laid down based on Christian values. However, the abortion debate does throw into perspective the whole issue of how political debate is conducted, if indeed there really is genuine political debate, and of course the self-appointment, as it were, from a government perspective, of a committee of experts. Well, it's not that surprising that produces a report conducive to the policy that the government wished to pursue anyway. Abortion, it seems, must be liberalised, must be offered, must be easier to come by, whatever the costs or the consequences to the people directly involved, as well as to society in general. As for Christians and for organisations such as the Evangelical Alliance, well, it behoves us to continue arguing that alternatives be considered, and also to continue pointing out the terrible human cost to the unborn child, of course, and to the mother, and to society at large, of offering abortion so easily and so widely. Thank you for listening to Letter from England, broadcasting at emission.net. Goodbye.
Emisión.net